You don't look like my grandma.
She's not your grandma.
I'm so lonely.
Baby, please just...
Maybe I can come in.
So I saw season 1, and what's the word on season 2 of From?
From? I've watched the first 2 episodes. I think it's still good so far.
Oh, this show.
I liked season 1. I thought was great. It was a big surprise. MGM Plus. I don't think nobody has that.
No one knew about it.
It sneaks up on you, and it's from the people behind Lost, and it has a familiar actor from Lost, and so it has that baggage with it for good and bad, and there is a mystery box story to it. The first episode I thought brings a lot out, and so of season 2, it sort of answers some of the questions from season 1, and it seems to be moving forward. So in that sense, I think it's going in the right direction, and I want to see the rest of it. And it's not. I was worried because of the Lost experience, right, where we all sort of got bogged down with that, and this doesn't seem to have done that, and it's got a season 2, and hopefully it gets a season 3, because that was what I've read, the arc the story they want to tell is 3 seasons long. And so this is I would say give season 1 a watch for sure, and then wait and see on season 2 and see if it keeps it up. I don't want to spoil it because it's a mystery, right? So but there's a large introduction in season 2, and we'll see how that actually works. But the first season is really good. It's about a small town in the middle of somewhere where people essentially just get trapped when they're driving through. The story is that they try to leave town. There's a tree blocking the road, and there's
Stephen King. It reminds me of Under the Dome a little bit. Just what you described. But
you're not way off on that. And so then they turn around and they keep trying to drive through, and no matter what they do, they drive in a loop back to the same town, and the people in the town know they're trapped. Right. And they have to try to convince these people that you're trapped. You can't leave. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, to get the people to understand, because at night it switches and becomes more of a horror. And it's 30 Days of Night style.
That's
hey, Zax, I gotta go. I'm sorry, man.
No, thank you so much, Paulie. We're gonna wrap anyway. So, Paulie, what do you have going on? What should people be doing on your channel?
I got sleep.
Okay.
And
what is that?
Yeah. We just did a great panel discussion earlier today, so check that out. Robert Meyer Burnett, Popcast, and Tom of Midnight's Edge. That was a great panel on Blood In, Blood Out. And please subscribe to the channel. New videos up every day, and then I'll be back live next week. Thanks, Zax.
Awesome. Thanks, Paulie. Thanks so much for coming on. Please subscribe to Paulie if you're not already, and he has a great membership. Give that a chance as well. It's well worth it.
Great panel, guys.
Good to see you, buddy. Good to meet you. Good to meet you.
Thanks,
Good to meet you, Josh.
Bye, Paulie. Nice to meet you as well.
All right, Lofty. You're local, but it was fun.
I know. I'm very loco. I agree.
Lady.
Always nice to see you, Paulie. Good night.
Good night.
So From is my last recommendation for this, and I think it's season 1 is great end to end. Give it a look. Very different. The pacing of the enemies is good. It's one of the catches with these night creatures is they only will walk for what we don't know why, but it's an impending doom that they're not in a hurry to catch you. They take their time. And they act like normal people until it's kind of too late. So definitely worth watching. That's my last one.
It sounds like a horror show. Is that what you're describing?
It is.
I need to watch it.
It's horror with a lost idea of this trapped in this weird place they can't get off, and horror.
The show Them, by any chance? Them. It's a remake of the 80s horror movie.
No.
Them. It's really good, man. It's a similar kind of vibe to it. I don't know. Is this show like a black-oriented show? Because Them is like if Jordan Peele directed like an episode, like a Twilight. It's very Twilight Zone-y. Black couple moves into a 1950s like very white-oriented town, and then Everything's kind of weird and crazy, and it reminds me of what you're describing, but just maybe I was just looking at the main character and like I made assumptions. But
there's lots of cool ideas in this, and yeah, he's the main character, but it's not black focused. It's not.
Yeah.
It's a very diverse cast.
Gotcha.
To no one's surprise. But there's things like they trying to figure out, well, how do we have power? Like, why do we have power in this town?
Yeah.
So they do things like you would probably actually do, like, well, let's follow these wires. Like, where do they go, and to what? And that leads you to other questions. And I like that part of the show. It's not just sitting around following these rules. It's people testing the rules all the time. They also find there's portals and through the area that you can go. You can walk inside a tree and walk out somewhere else, but it's never the same place, and it may not be a good place. And there's reasons for it, but they don't know why, and so we don't know why yet. But if you can find it, watch it. Season 1 was on Amazon Prime Video, I believe, might still be, and season 2 is on MGM Plus, which I had never heard of. So.
I'm gonna be honest, Zax. This whole like where do the wires go just makes me think what's in the hatch.
Yes, I see
I
that.
have to ask, like, do
Doesn't
any
have
of
that.
these mysteries ever get solved or resolved?
Yes, part of them do. Like the stage that they're at gets solved.
Part
But, like,
part of them.